Alright, let's dive into this because it's a story that's equal parts shocking, heartbreaking, and deeply thought-provoking. Perez Hilton, the celebrity blogger who dominated the gossip scene in the 2000s, is in the hospital after a Livestream incident that has everyone talking. But here's the thing, this isn't just another celebrity drama story. It's a moment that forces us to confront some uncomfortable truths about mental health, fame, and the consequences of living in the public eye. So, let's break this down. First off, the hook here is undeniable: a live stream, blood, and a public figure in crisis. It's the kind of thing that grabs your attention instantly. But what makes this really interesting is the layers beneath the surface. Perez Hilton, whose real name is Mario Lavandera, built his career on controversy. He was the guy who gave celebrities nasty nicknames, outed people, and pushed the boundaries of what was acceptable in gossip culture. Personally, I think his rise to fame in the 2000s was a product of its time, a pre-social media era where blogs ruled and accountability was minimal. But fast forward to now, and the tables have turned. The same person who once thrived on exposing others' vulnerabilities is now at the center of a very public breakdown. It's almost poetic, in a tragic way. Now, let's talk about the live stream. According to reports, Perez appeared to be self-harming on a TikTok live, and fans were urging him to stop in the comments. What many people don't realize is how quickly these situations can escalate. TikTok's moderation system flagged the stream within minutes, but it still took time to shut it down. A spokesperson said it was about 15 minutes, not 30, but even that feels like an eternity in a crisis like this. This raises a deeper question: how do platforms handle these moments? Are they equipped to respond to mental health emergencies in real time? Because let's be honest, this isn't just about Perez, it's about anyone who might be in a similar situation and doesn't have millions of followers watching. Another detail I find fascinating is the role of his family in all this. Perez's children, niece, and sister were reportedly home just minutes before the incident. His family had to flee to protect the kids from witnessing further trauma. If you take a step back and think about it, this is a family dealing with the fallout of a public crisis while also trying to protect their own mental health. It's a reminder that fame doesn't shield you from personal struggles; if anything, it amplifies them. And in this case, it's not just Perez who's suffering, it's the people closest to him. Now, let's talk about Perez's past. He's been open about regretting his earlier behavior as a gossip blogger. In his 2020 memoir, he admitted to being unkind, even cruel, and expressed remorse for outing celebrities. Personally, I think this is a crucial part of the story. Here's someone who built an empire on controversy, only to later realize the harm he caused. It's a redemption arc, but one that's complicated by his current crisis. Does his past make it harder for people to empathize with him? Or does it humanize him in a way that forces us to see him as more than just a tabloid figure? These are the questions I've been wrestling with. What this really suggests is that fame is a double-edged sword. Perez Hilton was once the one holding the mic, calling the shots, and now he's the one in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. It's a stark reminder that the same platforms that elevate you can also be the ones that expose your vulnerabilities. And in an age where everything is live-streamed, tweeted, and Instagrammed, where's the line between public interest and personal privacy? I don't have the answers, but I think it's a conversation we need to have. Finally, let's talk about mental health. Perez's family has been clear that his recovery will be a long process, and they're prioritizing his well-being. But here's the thing: mental health crises don't happen in a vacuum. They're often the result of years of pressure, stress, and, in Perez's case, maybe even guilt over his past actions. What many people don't realize is how common these struggles are, even among those who seem to have it all. So, while this story is about Perez Hilton, it's also about all of us, about how we treat each other, how we handle fame, and how we support those who are hurting. In my opinion, this story isn't just a headline, it's a mirror. It reflects back the complexities of fame, the fragility of mental health, and the consequences of our actions. So, as we follow this story, let's not just consume it, let's reflect on it. Because at the end of the day, Perez Hilton isn't just a celebrity blogger, he's a human being, and his story is a reminder that we all have our battles. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.